So you've come to that point in your Rocket League journey where you're thinking, hey, I think it's time I learn how to do the half flip. And you know what? You're right. In this video, we'll be going over how to do the simple half flip, the advanced half flip, some tips to help fix common mistakes, and the best way to practice. So let's get into it. The simple half flip, comprised of 3 easy steps. Step number 1, backflip. If you don't know how to backflip, here's a clip on how to uninstall. Step number 2, flip cancel. To do a flip cancel, simply push your left analog stick forwards as soon as you do the backflip. This will essentially slide your car, leaving it with the wheels facing up and the nose pointed in the direction you want to go. Step number 3, air roll. The last step is to get your car right side up by air rolling either left or right, whichever is more comfortable for you. Now you know the fundamentals of the basic half flip. Before we move on, let's do a quick recap. Backflip, flip cancel, air roll left or right. The advanced half flip, made up of 2 simple steps. Step number 1, diagonal backflip. Pretty straightforward, and whether you go left or right is up to your personal preference. Step number 2, flip cancel. Similar to the simple method, push your left analog stick directly up to cancel the flip, and this time it will also get your car facing in the right direction with its wheels on the ground. The key difference here being that timing is an important factor, but I'll cover more on that in just a sec. Before that, here's the recap. Diagonal backflip either left or right, flip cancel. You now know how to do both types of half flips, but putting it to action can still be tricky. So it's time for the tip segment, where I show you how to fix some of the most common mistakes and really perfect the half flip. Tip number 1, flip cancel timing. Particularly with the advanced half flip, people often try to do the flip cancel as fast as possible, which actually causes the nose of your car to point upwards, resulting in a kind of awkward half flip. To fix this, slightly delay your flip cancel by around half a second or to when your car is in around this position. This will make your half flip much smoother. Tip number 2, starting angle. When doing an advanced half flip, it always makes it easier to angle your car a bit off center before doing your diagonal backflip. This way, your car straightens out after the half flip. Tip number 3, add boost. Kind of an obvious step to add, but I didn't include it earlier since it's not really part of the actual half flip mechanic. But if you want that extra transition speed, simply start boosting once your car is pointed in the direction you want to go. We're nearing the end and you've learned the basics and the best tips to help you learn, but it's time to put it all together. So here is the best way to practice. We're going to start off by heading into free play and finding some open space in the middle of the field. From there, we're going to do a normal backflip into a flip cancel, and you'll know that you're doing it right when your car lands directly on its back. This is good to do in repetition for a while since it all comes down to muscle memory. Once you are comfortable with that, you can add on the air roll and you should be able to do the simple half flip. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is don't air roll too early or you will end up doing this. And when that becomes relatively simple, you can try moving on to the advanced half flip and it should be a lot easier. Just remember that 0.5 second delay on the flip cancel that we talked about earlier. Once you've got it all down, add in some boost and you should be good to go. So that's it, the ultimate guide on how to half flip in Rocket League. If this was helpful and you enjoyed, then let me know with a comment down below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.